Oh, can you see behind me? That's a yoga class. That's here, and I'm at the Kennedy Center, the Performing Arts Center down in Washington, D.C. It's right on the Potomac River. And it's a cool place. So if you get here, actually, if you ever come to Washington, go on the roof up there because then you can see it's a nice view of Arlington and the river and even the airport. Do you hear it? But right now, they're doing a yoga class behind me outside. I don't know what they do in the winter. Maybe they go inside the Kennedy Center. But also, one neat thing the Kennedy Center also has is a library for performing arts library. So check with them if you're in the performing arts anywhere to see, what they have available. And what's neat about library are reference librarians. So they're like me in a way. They could show you where the best sources of information are on anything to do with the performing arts. You're a dancer, singer, you got a rock band, you want to put on a concert or any of this kind of stuff. You can get help finding sources of money and help and things like that from libraries. And that's why I have a free report you could download. And if you go to www.free.lesko.com/free training, and that is for every state. I have a report you could download that shows you all the free sources that you could get just in your state that will do research for you for free. I'm going to charge you $20 at least. Well, that's it, really. That's all I'm going to charge anymore. No more, upgrades or anything. How do I sign up for the $1,000? Okay, that's why I'm doing this, because you only have about 13 hours left. It's midnight tonight is the last time to sign up. And it's for members, unfortunately. So if you're not a member, go to LeskoHelp.com, or you can see the the description of the grant we do, and we do it every month. So if you miss this month, you'll get next month, and it's Lesko.com. You sign up, and really, even when you sign up, and just give me a couple sentences on what you would do with $1,000. And tonight we're going to close that. It'll take about a week to go through, because we have a few number of people that go through everything, and they vote on who they think is the best, and the top ones get it. So we get 10 $1,000 winners and 10 $500 winners. So that's 20 people are going to win something. And we don't have a big universe, so it's not like millions of people or anything like that. That's why it's only for members. And we'll probably grow it next time, and we'll add more money to it. We had another good month. This is what we want to do with profits, is give it back to members, because they're really responsible, for all this stuff. It's only because of them that we're here trying to help people. So I want to also help them. I mean, that's why I think if I'm going to tell you about grants, and if I believe in them, then I want to do it too, and show you how easy it is. And then we'll have some other things. We'll have scholarships soon, I think, for people who can't afford. I'm trying to get out of the sun a little bit. Maybe that's a little bit. And that will be coming up soon. And then also we'll have incentives for you to follow through. We're going to have a little contest or whatever, that how many people did you call up from the government today and what did you get? So the people who fill that out the most, we'll give them like $100. So we'll do that every week for people. So that's another thing coming up. It's really all about helping you guys get the stuff that's out there. And really part of that is trying to train you how it works and what's out there and things like that. Now, where am I going to get a little bit of sunshine? Oh, is that too much? The lighting is a little difficult to play with here, but I guess we're not so bad. And it's fun. So that's what I plan to do for the rest of my life, and I just have nothing better to do. 78 years old now, so and what I'm trying to do really in the club, in the membership, is have people help other people too. And so that's what you'll see if you're a member. Help people. Just see if they're looking for something, because everybody hangs it out there what they need help with, and I answer the first question, and then tell you the best stuff I have. And then see, the thing is that other members will also tell you, hey, what they know, because see, they most likely know more about what's in their state than I do. Yeah. I'm more in this state of confusion. This is why I wear question marks. And now it's hearts. But other way. See, I got heart pants. Oh, I get a lot of comments today. And it's not even Valentine's Day. But that's fun. And I just want to have fun with the rest of my life because life is tough. And it is tough for all of us, and we all are struggling to get through this stuff. And so any way you could help anybody else, make it a little easier for them to get through life, man, you have nothing better to do. You have to take care of yourself first, and that's true. And you gotta be self-sufficient, and all that stuff is really the first priority. But also doing that in a helping way too, I think will give you a lot of rewards. That's why I'm really big on how you treat the government agencies when you call them. That really determines how much money you're going to get. Not who you know and everything, because this isn't by law the government has to give out the money. Life is tough and difficult for it. Again, up, that's the only way is falling and getting up. And that's the only way you learn. Because most of the stuff we have in our head we think that works probably doesn't. So go out and try what you think works, and when it doesn't, then you have to think of other things that work. That's simple. You're a scientist. Think of yourself as a mad scientist down in the in your laboratory in the basement trying this. Oh, I'll add a little this, and I'll put a little sprinkle of this in there, and you get a fucking explosion, and you burn the house down. And that's always a possibility. But more importantly, it is. Life is the scientific method. Trial and error. Fail and learn. Fail and learn. Yeah, it's not trial and error. It's fail and learn. And until you get it right. And there's no shortcut for doing that. Sure, some people have shortcuts. You get, you win the lottery and you're born to some rich sucker. You got a shortcut for some things, but not for all things. You know that. We all know that. And that's why it's important to try to live a balanced life. I don't know why I don't know if it's just the screen that I'm looking at. It looks so dark. But let me go up here a little bit more and see this. So more importantly, if you're particularly members, don't forget you have about 13 more hours to apply for our $1,000 of the $500 grant. And I read every one of those. I love that. That's the way I learn, that's why I love answering every question that we get. And I'll send you a report that is like the kitchen sink of all the reports I have. Like for every, I'll send you 2 reports when you apply. One will be the top best things to get in the government, whether it's free help to get a car, free help to solve your debt problems. See, there's always free options, but you don't know the free options because the free options don't advertise. They can't by law, or they have no money in the budget for advertising. If you're giving away $1 billion, it's hard to go to Congress and say, well, I need a couple $100 million to advertise, I'm giving away the money. That's crazy. No, they hate giving out the money in the first place. Now you want to get money to advertise, you're giving out money? What? And that's my job, I guess. But I should not be doing this. That's the big problem, is that the government should be doing this and not me. Why am I making money out of something you all pay for? But the government's not doing a job, so I'm trying to do what the government job. So instead of you paying tax money for the government to do this better, I have to charge. And how do I apply? Yep, actually, once you're a member, you just go into Lesko Help on Facebook. It's a closed Facebook group. So if you're already a member, you just go to you go to facebook.com/groups, that's plural, and then /Lesko Help. And right there in the where you put the discussions or the posts, you post your application, and you say, I want to apply for the grant. Here's what I'm going to do with the money. And you could just leave 1 sentence, 4 sentences, 5, 10, 20, maybe 100 words or less is probably sufficient. We have to pay to get this info. Well, to apply you do, and that's the only thing. If you want more to see if it's worth applying for you, I have a website called www.free.lesko.com/giveaway. Okay, so that's /giveaway. www, put the www in the front, and then free, then dot, then LeskoReports.con/giveaway. And that tells you all about the contest, if it's of value to you or not. It may not be, and I'm not going public with it because I'm trying to reward the people who are helping us stay in business. So if we get profitable, I want to share it back with the people with grants. I don't want to buy a yacht or any of this kind of crap. No, I mean, that's boring at my stage of life. And so it's really giving it back that way, so that you all feel somewhat you're part of this, and you could help people too. We all have that possibility to help, even if it's a kind word. We all struggle through life. So you just being a member and sharing a kind word, and just even a word of sympathy. Hey, because you get things, whether they get the money or didn't get the money, they're going to share it with people. And then other members come in and say, well, yeah, sorry about that. And I could, what I would do is try this office over here and things like that. Or, gee, that's too bad. I understand, it happened to me too. I'm still broke and I haven't figured this out. Because it takes work. And that's it. That's the key to all this. If you're not willing to put in work, you probably won't get anything. And sure, some people do. And they're the people in the infomercials. That's what I used to do. When I did infomercials, I'd show people. I get somebody on the TV who got money by one phone call and they're a millionaire or something. You can always find those people. But those days are over. And now it was really to get people's attention to start learning this. And that's why my whole career of selling this information, I know I hyperbole and over exaggerate maybe. I show you the good parts only because sometimes I only have a little bit of time. So I'm not going to tell you everything bad about it. I'm not that stupid. Some people think I am. When able to open the application. Well, there's no application to open on mine. If you're a member of Lesko Help, you just go to our closed Facebook group, which is on Facebook, and there's no official application. You just send me a note in the discussion, in the post. You just post your own words in the application. And that's all you have to do. No magic, no hocus, no pocus, no questionnaire, no Social Security. I don't care. I just want to help people that are members helping other people. How do we become a member? And Let's Go Help. Let's Go Help. Yeah, that's very good. But it's LeskoHelp.com. LeskoHelp.com. Can someone secure their Social Security number? I read only 70%. I read only 70%. No, that's not true. Nobody knows Nobody knows what tomorrow is. How many? And if anybody extrapolates that it's going to be 70% in 12 years or something, that's under current law. Change laws every day. Yeah, they're now thinking about changing the laws to on unemployment. That's going to, there's 9 million people, 10 million people going to lose their government grant from the 10 million people are going to lose their government grants on Monday. Yep. And so they're thinking about changing the law. They did it last time. Biden did, and they extended the amount of money people could get and when. This is too fluid. And the people haven't changed it and made it possible for you to get all the money in 34 because they're not, it's not 2034 yet. When it gets closer to 2034, then you worry about it. Don't worry about that now. The government should be worrying about that. Not you. You would tell your elected politician maybe, and that's the way to do that. But I wouldn't worry about it personally. There's just too many other things to take care of and do and take advantage of. I mean, this stuff is damn send button is too close to my backspace. Yeah, there's a joke in there somewhere. My backspace and send button. Okay. But that's it. I mean, you could extrapolate. There's 100 ways to do anything. There's 100 scenarios. That's why everybody that says, do this because this works. Yeah, it worked for some people. Whether it works for you is up in the air until you try it, and it probably won't work. So that's why you shouldn't pay for trying stuff, you know. That's why, oh, I got a secret to do it. Well, the secret probably is not for you. It's for the person that it happened to, and that could be, who knows for what reason that happened to. I mean, wow, I mean, it's too complicated, and you can't judge. The only thing you do is try, and if you're not trying, then you're not learning, and if you're gonna give up trying because somebody said it's going to disappear or anything, then that's stupid because it didn't disappear yet, so what the hell are you worried about? You may not even live. I may not. Well, I got a bigger chance of not living in 2034. But the way you plan for the future is investing in yourself, you know, and don't worry about what these other people do. So you got to live, you know, and subside. I mean, what do you call that? You know, take care of yourself and pay your bills or whatever. I recommend your local government. Yes, local government, where all the personal grants come from. And every local government now has so much goddamn money, almost every. I mean, there's no ultimate everybody all the time or whatever. I mean, that's stupid to say, but it slips out of all our mouths. But most every government now has so much money they don't know what to do with it. And that's important too, for you to tell your elected official, hey, we need more rent money. Hey, we need to stop foreclosure. Hey, we need money for job training. Hey, we need money, you know, for down payment on a house. To tell them what you need money for. They're guessing. They don't live like the other people. I mean, these people make a couple $100,000 a year. How do they know what somebody making $40,000 a year? Their friends don't. So they're walking around for people, and see, that's what happens. Most people are trying to impress their friends and the people they hang around with, you know, and not the people who they serve. And that, I mean, I got caught in that trap too. And you know, when I was doing commercials on TV, I would show my commercials I'd make, and to see what my friends say about them and everything. And I realized, man, they never bought anything from TV. Why am I asking? So the only way to get the real answer is to the person, you know, from the horse's mouth. So that's why the best way, take your commercial, put it up there, and see what happens. If it doesn't, then you got to take it apart and see why and try something else. That's the same thing with your life. Everybody, you get all this advice on what to do in life. That may or may not work. It's full of shit probably or whatever, but it's not bad input. But it's nothing you should bet the farm on unless it's verifying something you really believe in, because you'll only do something if it comes from the heart. See, I got hearts on that. And then that's why, because the first little bump in the road, everything takes work, everything takes effort, and nothing's going to be easy. You're looking for easy, and that doesn't happen. You think it does, and everybody selling you something will try to convince you that life is easy if you do these 5 things, and that's bullshit. Yeah, it may make it a little easier or something, but it's certainly not going to be easy. And so what you have to do is find things that you're going to struggle with so that you don't stop when it doesn't get easy. If you're going to stop when things aren't easy, then you're going to get nothing, you know? I mean, sure, there are exceptions and people do it and whatever, but don't count on it. I mean, you're counting on that, then you'll just be going from one easy scheme to another easy scheme and be out of money soon. That's the easiest thing you're going to be able to do, is lose all your money. That's going to be easy when you when you try easy stuff. Yeah, so that's why you got to stay away from the easy stuff. The easiest thing that's going to happen to you is you lose your money. Business development. I still get help from the small business development. Yeah, they're terrific. SBDC, Small Business Development Centers in every county. They're free consultants to help you start a business, start a nonprofit, work on your invention, help you be a freelancer for a home, almost anything. Free legal help, free. They can help you, point you to money. Most of them don't give out money themselves. Some do. Particularly what they have is incubators and accelerators. Incubators and accelerators are places where businesses, not businesses, but start your business. The government and other nonprofits want you to start a business, so they give you grant money and they give you mentoring money and they give you places to work and all. I mean, it's a terrific deal, you know. And they train you how to do that, and that's what's cool. So you have to know about those things, and they're hidden because they don't make money from you. So the things you find on Google are the things that people make money from you. So you have to gotta give money to somebody to use that stuff in Google. So and that permeates our culture so much. Everybody believes, you know, stuff that's only on Google, and that's just terrible, because then you think you have to pay for everything, and you don't. The best stuff, I think, is for free. Yeah, well, that's a biased point of view too. So you got to try it yourself. And if you have money, you know, go pay somebody to do it. Fine, you know, do it. What the hell? Worse you have money that you don't mind losing. You know, so if you have money you don't mind losing, then okay. But to give somebody $300,000, $3,000, $30,000 to promise you an income for the rest of your life, I think that's crazy. But again, that's a biased opinion. I started, I guess, 6, 7 businesses now, and the first two failed, and then they, you know, I did well enough on some, real good on others, and I only changed because the world changed around me. See, like I used to publish reference books, and that was a big business, and I did very well, and learned about the infomercials and all that kind of stuff, and did very well with that. Then people stopped buying reference books. Okay, what do I do? Commit suicide? No. I still believe this information. How do I get this information to people? You know, if they don't buy reference books anymore. And now I found out, and it's through the membership thing, and that's, now I'm getting it better to people than I've ever before in my life. I got your book years ago, that's right. I haven't published a book in 10, 15 years, I don't know. I've been trying to figure out how to get this information to people, you know, another way, electronically, because that's what it is. And I have an MBA in computers from the 70s. This is when computers were as big as the Kennedy Center. Yeah, and I even taught computer science. I'm computer hip, so to speak. I even had a software company that failed back in the 70s. But my real shtick is information, trying to get information to people they need to have a better life. You know, that's why I wear the question mark suits. And now I believe more with my heart that people not only need the information, people need the heart. You need the heart to be able to take that information and do something with it, because it's going to be hard. It's going to be a pain in the ass. It's not going to be easy. And nobody's going to give a shit about you. So that's why you have to have the heart in it, man. You know, I mean, look at all the stories we, you know, movies and everything we read about, you know, the little guy coming through because he had the heart, or she had the heart to make it happen. That's the, and it doesn't happen fast, you know. That's why, and because it doesn't happen fast, people leave. I'm going to make $1 million in real estate. Well, they won't in the first couple of years, and probably 90% of the people starting real estate don't wind up there, you know, because they don't have the heart for it. If you don't have the heart for it, don't do it. And same way with relationships. You want to get in a relationship with somebody because they have lots of money, they have big breasts, or whatever your excuse is. If your heart's not in it, it's probably not going to last, or you're going to be miserable. Sir, is the, yes, yes, that's a APAC, A-P-T-A-C, yes. That's not for, yes, it is for funds. They have a grant program to help you sell to the government. For small businesses, they give a grant to help you go over the hurdles of getting a government contract. And they're wonderful places, because you go on Google and look for selling to the government, you're gonna have people gonna sell you all kinds of stuff and get money from you to sell to the government. You go to those places and they do it free. They get government grants to help you get a government contract. How do you like that? They're getting a government grant to help you get a government contract. So use them. You know, if I sell you information about getting a government contract, I gotta make money. Yeah. So go to the people who don't have to make money from you. Yeah, makes sense? Yeah. But see, the people who don't have to make money from you don't advertise. That's why you don't see them. They're hiding. They're hiding. They're hiding in plain sight, because they're in Google, but you're going to put sell to the government and you'll get 15 billion websites, and you're going to lose interest after 2 pages, And everybody on those first 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 30 pages, somebody's going to sell you something, So now you don't find the fit. I'm applying. I hope it'll be the 3rd time's a charm. Oh, nice, April. Thank you. And always ask me. If you worry about something, if you're a member, you just go to Lesko Help and ask me. By the way, we have something that we've been playing around with, and I think I'll make it more public now, called Lesko Help 2. It's another platform. It's the same service, but not as complete in a way, but a little different. And you could get everything, the main. It's for people who don't want to be on Facebook. There's a lot of people that want to be on Facebook, and I understand. They screw me over all the time. And they're just robots anyway, so you can't get any satisfaction. I give up trying. And so I have another platform that is not on Facebook, but it helps the same way. Okay, there's a little more stuff on Facebook because we've been there a long time, but we're building this up. You still get all the mini grants. We have now 50. We have a special mini grant, 500 personal grants for every state in the country. So if you join, whether it's on the new platform, the old platform, actually, if you're on the old platform, we give you a link to the new platform too. So when you belong to one, you really belong to the other. But the other one is set up also for people that, because they don't want to be on Facebook. I respect that. So that's why we have this other one. I can tell them about the grants and loans and where you told us to get help. And I can tell you, anywhere. Yes, in other words, that's what I do. On both places, you will get personal help to point you in the right direction of who gives out grants to solve your problem. You're awesome. I appreciate you sharing these beneficial. Oh, thank you, Wellness Advocate. Yeah. Where can I get help now? Where you get help now, I mean, I don't know what kind of help you want or whatever, but my place is at Lesko Help, Lesko help.com. And you sign up, and usually, then we got to get you hooked up into Facebook, and that may take, a half a day or so. And maybe a day sometimes. But just if you don't, you want LeskoHelp@gmail.com if you need something. The SBDC is available now. You don't need me for that. You go Americas, AMERICAS, SBDC, so AMERIC, Americas, plural, AMERICAS, and then another SBDC.org, okay? I bought your Lesko Help. Does it get updated parallel? What is it? What do you mean Lesko Help? Lesko Help is updated every day. This is the closed Facebook group. Maybe you bought something else. I don't know. Everything has Lesko in it. It's easy to get confused. Where do I apply for the $1,000? You have to be a member of Lesko Help, unfortunately, Alfred. So that's what that is. But if you go to that free training website, I have a lot of other places you start investigating. They'll get you going. I would sure appreciate your help. I have tried to follow your video, but was able to. Well, it depends on what. It's a little complicated, of course, and the problem is I've been studying too long, so I think people know a lot of stuff that you probably don't, and that's difficult. It's sort of like doctors talking, Oh, your calling an LeskoReports.con is almost hyperpropylicated. You don't know what the fuck they're saying, right? So that's what happens to all of us that study something for a long time. That we assume people know stuff, and you're just learning how to spell grant. That's why I like calling it free money. Because if you ask for a grant, you're going to miss. Everybody's smiling so nice at me. Wave the head.
You're so happy.
Yeah, thank you. And that's it. See, wearing this stuff, man. People, look at. I got 4 beautiful women just smiling at me. Where the hell were they 30 years ago? That's right. Don't put off stuff. Start doing stuff that you believe in. Nobody knows what they're doing. Everybody's guessing. So your guess is going to be as good as anybody else. So try it, fail. The biggest thing, you don't want to spend a lot of money doing it. Because 9 times out of out of 10 you're going to fail whether you spend money or not. So you might as well not, right? Makes sense to me. Now you want to make dollars. Lesko is the lady said, well, that's debatable. I'm 1,000 years old, yeah. I don't think ladies are interested. But anyway, it's more work to do helping people. But we all need the comfort of love and appreciation and everything. I mean, that's the key in life. And particularly all of us, I'm starting to learn, by studying a little bit about trauma and everything, we all have little traumas in our life that we're really spend the rest of our lives trying to satisfy or protect ourselves from. And that sort of cuts us out from the comforts in life. And it's hard to get that comfort. And so particularly if we're so worried because of something, little traumas that we feel are going to get do it, then we're missing a lot of the good stuff. You're missing a lot of good stuff in life if you're closing yourself off to people. People can give you so much stuff, and that's why I'm trying to encourage the members to give what they have to other members. Yeah. Oh, of course, they haven't spent a fraction of the money that's sitting in, and they're trying to decide how to spend it, where to spend it, and that's at the state and local level. And there is so much money spent. It's terrible. Like only 10% of the rent grant money has been given out so far. Now that is sinful in my opinion. That's immoral, and it's so bad. Life can throw some curve, right? And that's why then we get protective with that. And then with that protection or that hurt that we give, it keeps us from getting the good stuff in life, because we close ourselves off, and then nobody could show their appreciation for what we are, because we're closed off. We won't accept it. We're not trustworthy. We're not trustworthy of people. We feel we're trustworthy, but we don't feel other people are. So we're not open up to the love or the help or the comfort they could give. And that is just hurting yourself. I remember when I used to get pissed off at my kids when they were little and get mad at them. Well, I'm not going to talk to that little bastard. And I said, well, wait a minute, I'm just hurting myself. I can't get his love now. That's terrible. And that's what we do to grown-ups too. Oh man, it's interesting. We are going to get the fourth stimulus. I really need it. Now you got to start locally. I don't know if that's going to happen, but there's so much fourth stimulus locally right now, and there not likely be and I don't know. Nobody knows until it happens. But what they're really talking about, other services. You want to go out and get start earning income. You want to go out and get health care that you don't have to pay for. You want to go out and get training to get a better job. You want to go out and get start learning the gig economy to learn extra income. So if you need $500 by the weekend, you could click on a switch and do some little stupid stuff that will get you $500 for the weekend and never have to worry about doing it again. This is the kind of stuff that's out there. That we're not telling people about. We're only telling people about, two things or whatever. And there's more going on. Oh, wow. I'm such a bullshitter, aren't I? I get a grant, we just need to say that we need money. Yes, but you have to tell me what you're going to use it for. See, what I want to do is learn the problems out there. And so you have to tell me what you're going to use it for. And because that's everybody says, yeah, I want to get a grant. That we have to select. We have to select, the most needy or the most interesting, the most important, what we think. And it's going to be very subjective. So you can't trust on us being fair. Nobody's fair. We all come to the table with stuff. But I don't make any decisions. There's about 7 or 8 people that make all these decisions together as a group. So nobody could get their friends in and stuff like that. And that's the best I could do, for this. And again, I learned from this. I'm on SSDI in Durham. What can I do to get housing? Well, I would start there's a couple of nonprofits in the area that help with housing. That's all they do. And one is HUD counselors, get a free appointment with them. The other one, I forget offhand, Neighborhood Works. I think neighborhood work, don't have it, but I have it on, on a report if you remember. But start with HUD counseling and call 211 and look for housing, help with that. And just don't go to one place. You're going to have to go to half a dozen places to figure out what may be the best for you. You know, maybe a dozen, maybe 20. What the hell? If you've probably been looking for a good place for help for the last 3 letters. Now, James Smith, Mrs. Tom, James Smith, are you selling shit? Somebody's offers to help another person online, and what happens is sharks come in here, and we have the update. Mo, I see you're here. Yeah, somebody offered to help somebody else. Make sure it's not a scam artist. Because they sneak in, whether they're smarter than I am. I need to come up with $400 to move back home. Well, it depends on, there's ways to do that. There's emergency money. If it's for a job, then I would go to the Career One-Stop Center. They have money too for people to go to other places to get jobs. It depends on where you live. You're going to have to start talking to people. I mean, there's 7 or 8 agencies in every state that all they do is help people in financial trouble. That's what you are. You're in financial trouble because you need that money to go something and do something and improve your life. Okay, you call those 7 or 8 agencies and then to tell them and see if you can get something. See, that's the way to start. That's the only way to start. If you start, you know, continue to just search Google for stuff, then you're just going to get, you know, carpal tunnel syndrome. And hurt your wrists or your forearms or whatever before you find anything. So you don't want to do that, right? And so that's right. Get on the phone, start talking to people. And just don't talk to one person and one person says, no, there's no such thing. Boy, we wouldn't have cars. We wouldn't have airplanes because that's the people who first thought of that. Oh, nobody could fly in the air. Nobody. You can't live that way or you'll do nothing, you know? And that's just a crazy way to live. Yeah, you don't have to live that way. It's going to be hard, yes, but at least you're working on something that you really want. You know, if you think it's going to be easy, no. See, now you have something you really want, so you're willing to put in the work. You just have to believe that it may happen, and that's the key. Well, I mean, but I think it's a very good key because right now, federal government, there's probably over 150 million people a year, 150 million, almost half the country. I would think even more. I don't have the real data. Get government grants every year, in a normal year, you know. So that's what's going on, you know. Please look at this early videos. You know, I missed that. What was that? That sort of sounds like, please look at his early videos. He goes step by step. Yeah, no, I mean, if you go to website, I mean, in YouTube now, I got all this stuff I really know the best. I probably put in a video on YouTube already, you know. If you want to be handheld a little better now, and that's what Lesko Help is, you know. I just want to teach people as much as possible, as many people as possible, at the lowest possible price. People always said, no, I got to charge $500, $5,000, $10,000. No, shit, I want to be the $20 guy. So everybody, this is, I think, just a benefit of living in America, and I think the government should be doing this. But I've been saying that for 30 years, or 40 years, probably closer to 50 soon. So I better do it because they're not going to do it. That's what I'm doing now is at least compiling a database for every state of all the free money that is in that state. And we're starting on it. We got about 9 areas of interest. So we have business, we have grants for debt and expenses, we have grants for education and job training and getting a job, we have grants for buying a house or investing in real estate, we have grants for starting a business or a nonprofit or an invention, we have grants for health care, dental care, and even pet care. We have grants for getting any kind of legal help you need in the society. Yeah, they're the areas we have now, so that's like 7 or 8 areas. So we have them for every state now, and members get all those reports for free. If you're not a member and you want the reports, then we sell them too for $5.95. I want it cheap as hell, so that's like $5-6 you got one. And that's at LeskoReports.com. That's where we sell the reports separately if you don't want to join. But if you join, you get them all free. Okay, I think I got to finish my run or my walk or whatever. I don't really run, I walk. I'm a sissy. Actually, it's my mind doesn't work fast enough to be able to run. My body and my muscles and everything are fine, but not the mind. Talk to you soon. Oh, don't forget, apply for the grant. Ends at midnight tonight.